We'll start Nebraska's post-game press conference with Nebraska women's basketball coach Amy Williams. Coach Williams will make an opening statement, and then we'll take questions. If you have a question, please enter it in the chat room in the Zoom, and we will go one at a time. All right? Coach Williams.
Yeah, I'm really excited for our team. I thought just another great team win. Way to take care of home court with this little stretch. And, we thought it was going to take an incredible special defensive effort to get a win here today, but I really didn't dream we'd hold them 35 points below their average. So pretty proud of our defensive effort and intensity and ending most defensive possessions with box outs and rebounds, and that was critical for today's win.
Questions for Coach Williams? Derek Peterson, Hail Varsity.
Hey, Amy. Yeah, I was going to ask you about the defensive effort. What do you attribute that to? Was it getting them in bad situations? Was it just energy? Like, what do you attribute the defensive effort to?
I really thought that Izzy had a great focus. Sam had good ball pressure to start things off and just kind of set the tone for our defense, kind of in what we call our pirate position. But Izzy guarding, their best player, I thought she was very, very solid and steady, made her take tough shots. But when it really boils down to it, I thought, Rutgers really seemed to be kind of settling for half-court sets and not getting out in transition quite as much. And what that allowed for us to do was just defensively to find ways to rotate, help defense over. And I thought Kate Kane did an excellent job away from the ball of being able to slide over and help adjust some shots in the paint, and then Bella Cravens got in there and would help us rebound and help the helper on some rebounding, and I just thought it was just great team defensive effort.
Donnie Woods. Go ahead, Derek.
Were you surprised they didn't take a timeout on that last possession?
No, not really. I think, we just played a situation similar the other day. We didn't take a timeout. It paid off for us. I think every coach has certain philosophies, but in that situation, I know that C. Vivian Stringer has a lot of trust for players like Rella Garantes and five-star recruit Diamond Johnson and players like Takia Mack and those kids that have been in her program for a long time. I'm pretty sure they have practiced that situation multiple times and had a game plan. So it does not surprise me, and sometimes I think it gives you the advantage to not allow the defense to set.
Donnie Woods, World Exposure.
Amy, congrats on the win today. Two questions. Sam has been remarkable all year. What are some of the intangibles that she brings to the team that doesn't show up in the stat sheet? And then the second question is, what was your game plan coming in to kind of control Rella? She's only third person in Rutgers history to have a triple-double. So what was your game plan?
Well, first of all, hey, Donnie, it's good to hear your voice. And yeah, Sam has been pretty special. I think the one thing that we've really noticed is that, she has been able to find ways to score the basketball, but I think she's really embraced and understands that she means so much more to our team than that, and it's taken a little pressure off of her. She doesn't feel the need to have to always score, but she knows and understands that our team just feels more comfortable when she's out there, when she has the ball in her hands to kind of settle things. But I think she worked really, really hard. Skill development of just working on change of speed, being able to be explosive, take some contact, and finish a little bit more at the rim, and I think that's really helped her so far this season. I'm sorry, there was another question.
The second part was about Rella Garantes and slowing her down.
Yeah, and I think, the big thing for us was just, we know Izzy is an incredibly smart player. She knows that, okay, if we tell her game plan-wise that on this side of the floor we don't want to give up baseline drive, and in this position we want to try to force it to the help here, she can do that and carry it out. I thought Izzy used her size well. She did a pretty decent job of defending without fouling, and then I really thought thought that, some of our help defense just played really smart today and gave some help to that kid. And it was going to take a team effort. But I thought individually at times Bella Cravens was on her. But I think for the most part it's a pretty special individual effort from Izzy Bourne and great team defense. And that's what it takes to slow down a pro like Arella Garantes.
Sam McEwen, Omaha World Herald.
Amy, for whatever reason, my video isn't working at this moment. How well is your team just taking to coaching? I mean, understanding the game plan, following the game plan, come what may, they're doing exactly what you want them to do.
Well, Sam, I think we did a good job of that here in these last couple of ball games. It's something that we've had to really, really work on. To be quite honest with you, I think it's probably new for most of our new players, how much detail and attention, and focus that we have to have on things like game plans and being able to sneak a new offensive look in for each game that we feel like would be a way that we might want to attack our opponent's defense. And it hasn't necessarily always been a strength of ours. At times we find ourselves having to repeat to the second group and practice the same thing we just said to the first group. And so we've had to practice it and practice it and practice it so that we can get better and better at that focus. And I think these last couple ball games are the best that we've shown about being able to lock in and carry out game plans. And it starts with just the leadership from our captains with, Sam and Izzy and Kate and them embracing that and continuing to message that to all of our new players and the rest of our team on what we need to do to be successful in this league.
It's easy to stat hunt, right, with Izzy, and her stats are really good this year. But at the same time, how much better of a player is she even than 1 year ago this time? And how much better can she get in even, 2-3 more months?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty remarkable, Sam, because I do feel like she's shown just incredible growth. And where that showed up the most today is just, I'm obviously just a special defender to embrace. Oh, okay, I'm not going to be banging around in the post anymore. I need to go out and guard a perimeter player and just embrace that. But the way she handled the ball under pressure and the confidence that she showed when we'd throw it back to her out of a trap and she'd just aggressively go and dribble, get to 2 feet, pivot, make good decisions. I think that she's just gaining confidence with her ball handling, with all of the perimeter skills she's having to develop as she's moved into a new position for us. And I incredibly think that the sky is the limit. I think she just has so much more in her. There's times where, I feel like, she's just kind of even still knocking on the door of just bursting through, and she's already came so far, and it's pretty special to think about what she continued to has for room to improve.
Brent Wagner, Lincoln Journal-Star.
Yeah, you were pretty disappointed after that Purdue game a few weeks ago. How did the 2 games this week change the season for you?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, Brent, I thought after the Purdue game, I really thought that our team fought pretty hard, and there was some defensive rebounding issues, but I thought we fought for 40 minutes on the road at Purdue. I wasn't super disappointed, or maybe at least as disappointed as I was after the Indiana road loss. But I think to be able to kind of bounce back and just focus as a team on the process and what needs to happen for us to be a better team today than we were tomorrow, and for our team to be able to do that and to take care of business on a couple of tough home wins. It's pretty special for us and good bounce back. I think it will reward our ability to just focus and lock in on getting better at, say, defensive rebounding, or getting better at one area or aspect of the game.
Kevin Suits, 1011 Sports.
Amy, I'm going to follow up on Brent's question a little bit. I know you're all about the process, but being able to follow up what happened last week with the buzzer-beating win, something that you guys really cherished, but being able to stack another win behind that and build some momentum into 2021, how important is that with this group, especially considering some of the youth you have?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's probably a lot more important to the outside people than it is to the inside people. I mean, don't get it wrong. We love to win, and that's important to us, and ultimately we're competitive players. But I think when it really boils down to it, this team is on a mission to become the very best version of ourselves. And as we've kind of fought through the ups and downs and highs and lows and the adversity that comes our way, we're going to continue to try to be a better version tomorrow than we were today. And so I think for us, that's where we'll keep our focus.
Coach Williams, how important were the jump shots from Ashley Scoggin in the second half?
Yeah, I thought she had a couple huge shots there that really sparked us, and we did a good job of finding her. I know one time Sam found her again on the wide open on the left wing at the end of the third quarter, and we all probably wanted her to pull that shot, after a couple of huge baskets. But, she was thinking the game and trying to play for a last shot right there, and I know it's tough but I think, she sparked us there with a couple of really big shots. I thought Whit Brown's, 3 was a big shot for us as well, but really even those 2 free throws to kind of seal the deal for us, just ice in her veins. It was a good job by Ashley.
All right, that will do it for Coach Williams, and we will move on to Sam Hybe in a moment.